welcome back. Great to see you again, and thanks so much for joining me for another episode of this inspirational series that I'm doing. And yeah, as I said, this is really something to inspire you, engage with you, talk a little bit about what I do, and at the same time aim all of that towards helping you get inspired, get motivated, and stay positive. And regardless of what you're going through today or right now or whatever's going on in your life, that you kind of were drawn to watching this video in some way, shape or form. Yeah, it's great. And I really hope that at the end of this video that you'll definitely feel you got something out of it, just as much as it is for me to feel that I enjoyed doing it and got something out of it as well. So yeah, well, I hope your day is going well. Honestly, like I know that not every day that we wake up is a great day or a good day in, you know, in the way we perceive it. Of course, every day is beautiful, you know, and a day is never good or bad. It's really a matter of what we make of it that defines whether it's perceived as a good or bad day. But I hope, regardless of what's going on, that you can perceive today as a good day, as a great day, and no matter what's happening, you can turn it into a great day or a good day in some way, shape or form. So yeah, really pleased you're here. I don't know if you've watched another channel series that I'm doing, my son. It's called Mum and Son. It's very light and fun, and I think you should definitely check it out, because that's a different side to what this is. But yeah, with this I'm going to be sharing some of my inspirational passages, and then kind of giving you some insight into them and reflecting on them and seeing what positives we can take from what I share, and see if that can help you throughout your day. So let's get started and see how we do. Okay, today's passage, I've called it Never Fearful. And this is what the channel passage says. It says, "In the face of adversity, I am never fearful, for I create the solutions to ensure my adversity turns into triumph." And I thought I'd share that one with you, because I thought that's really powerful. Being able to say you can turn your adversity into triumph. And I believe that's something we can definitely do if we put our heart and our souls and our minds to it. We can definitely turn anything that is adversely affecting us or affecting our life, and you can turn it around into something that can become triumphant, or you can triumph in the face of any adversity that you're facing. So yeah, the other thing I like about this passage is it says also, I am never fearful, and I create the solutions to ensure my adversity turns into triumph. So what we can talk about today is a little bit about fear, and about creating solutions, and about seeing adversity for what it is, and seeing how best to overcome it by kind of creating solutions rather than, you know, allowing things to become basically doom and gloom. We don't want that, do we? No, we don't want that. No. Okay, so yeah, I think with adversity, there's two things. It's either going to push you to change and evolve as a person, or it's going to consume you. Or whatever the case may be, you know, you have to consider, whatever it is this going to consume me and take over and is it going to drag me down, or am I going to do something about it and try and find a solution, and try and turn what is adversity into triumph? And that's a really hard thing to do. You know, it's kind of easier said than done when, like, we're talking about it now, and you know, it's kind of easy to say do this or you can do it, when you know everybody has different situations and circumstances. Somebody may be able to do it immediately and get a grip with it and say, yeah, you know, I can deal with this, I can sort it out and turn this around. Whereas, you know, the majority of people, you know, myself included, you know, you may not be able to do that so quickly, or depending on the circumstance, sometimes I can do things like that quickly and other times you can't. Depends on where you're at and what place you're kind of in terms of your state of being. You know, do you feel positive? Do you feel negative? You know, if you feel positive, or you can draw positivity from something, then that can help sustain and support you. And I hope my videos are going to do that, you know, throughout the course of the weeks and so forth as we go, you know, as we get deeper and deeper into them. But, you know, I know it's easier said than done. So don't kind of feel that, wow, she says this and I can do this overnight. No, it's going to take a little bit of time and you have to work on yourself. And I think, you know, talking about adversity consuming you, you know, in order for that not to happen, you're going to have to work on yourself in some way, shape or form. You're going to have to confront this adversity and say, you know what, if this thing is happening to me and it's out of my hands, the best way, or the only way that I can turn this adversity into triumph, or I can try and find solutions, is to work on myself. And, you know, you may say, God, that's a bit weird to, you know, work on yourself to find solutions which are external solutions. How is that possible? It's possible because once the inner you and, you know, your inner being starts to see things in a different, gosh, what was that? When, you know, that the inner part of you starts to see things in a different way or in a different light, you suddenly start finding the power or the means to overcome whatever it is and to also find the solutions. It's strange, I know, but that is a powerful way to kind of overcome adversity. Work on yourself. Think about what you need to do, what you need to change to turn this situation around, or turn what you perceive as something adverse, or some type of adversity going on in your life right now. Think about how you can turn that around in your own way. You know, it can be something small, it might have to be something big. You know, you might have to take a big leap of faith, you might have to make a huge decision, or you might need to do a lot of self-reflection and say, I understand what I'm facing, and even though it sounds crazy to see that a solution can be found by working on myself, trust me, a lot of the solutions lie within you. And, you know, this includes things that you can discover and tools that you can tap into on a soulful level. And I'm sort of getting feedback now on how best to kind of cover those things. But I definitely feel with the sort of engagement we've been having, and fair enough, I'm sharing stuff, but like once your feedback starts filtering through and I get an idea of if you would like me to do more kind of soulful work, which I call soul engagement, then it's definitely something I'm more than happy to start sharing with you to give you more empowerment, more strength. But on a kind of sort of surface level for now, trust me that the solutions lie within. So working on yourself ensures that you will find the answer, you will find the solution from within in some way, shape or form. And, you know, like other kind of chats we've had, you have to be open to it. You have to be open to receiving in order to find those solutions. You have to be willing to sort of say, you know, I'm not going to allow this to consume me. I'm going to do something about it. That's powerful. That's coming from an empowering place. When you're struck with adversity and you feel like whatever it is consuming me, I don't know, I can't find a way out, that is the time to do a lot of self-reflection. And even though you may feel you're not necessarily the answer, that it may be someone else who may be the answer. It may be a different circumstance that needs to change to be the answer for you. It doesn't matter, okay? You can't change the external. You can't influence the external to the point where you can change someone, or if a decision has been made by an organization or something like that. You know, I'm sort of saying that because it might be totally out of your hands. If an external situation or circumstance is beyond your control, or you feel it is beyond your control, you have to say, what is it that I can control? What is it that I can work on? And what is it that I can do? And that is something within yourself. And trust me, if you're able to tap into that, and I'm definitely going to be sharing techniques and ways for you to do that throughout this series. If you can start to tap into that, then you're going to see a lot of things on the external change, a lot of situations and circumstances suddenly taking a turn for the better because of the way you feel inside and the way you feel about yourself, and the fact that you've said, you know, I'm going to triumph regardless, and you believe that, and you've sold yourself on that change and on that decision, then naturally things are going to change around you. Even things that you have no control over or you didn't even believe could change by working on yourself and working on doing some like inner work. You may think that's going to be impossible, you know what I mean? Like, how can I do this? But you can, you know, and it may be hard to believe, and that's fair enough. You know, you may view things a lot differently to me and say, I think that was impossible. You know, Alicia, I don't kind of agree with you on that. And so you may not agree. But throughout the work that I've done, throughout the soulful journey that I've undertaken, and as part of the channeled writings that I've been doing, I've kind of grown wiser, you know, wiser in what I've perceived. And trust me, I've come from all angles in the way I've perceived things. So I've grown wiser to it. And that is the type of wisdom I want you to be open to. And I want you to be kind of saying, whether you agree or not, and even if you do not think in the same way, that doesn't matter. All that this dialogue is saying to you, be open, be willing to see things differently from the way that you have, you know, in the past or before, or even maybe a few minutes before you tuned in and you started listening to me. You know, this sort of talk that we're having is an opportunity for me to say, okay, I can't always perceive that I'm right in everything I'm going to say, but we're on a journey, and whatever nuggets of wisdom I feel I can share as part of this journey and as part of things that I've been through and overcome, and the adversity I face, the challenges, and finding solutions for them, and this kind of aspect of working on yourself as well, that, even if you're resistant to it, try to kind of be a little bit open and have a little bit more understanding, or even if you don't agree with it, even at the end of the day, be open and willing to listen, because sometimes we can kind of be architects of our own downfall, in the sense that instead of finding solutions, we only perceive we've got more problems. And instead of turning something, that's could be adversity and turning it into triumph, you may see more and more adversity ahead of you, when in fact the real work must start within you to counteract or to balance out things that are pulling you in the wrong direction, or things that are pulling you in a negative direction. Have you ever felt that, like, something's gone wrong, and then another and another and another thing goes wrong? That's because at times when one thing comes across as being a sort of adversity, we dread the next thing and think, oh my God, if what if this happened, and what if that happened, and if that happened, oh my God, what am I going to do? And without realizing it, you're starting to kind of invite, I spoke about in my previous series, the law of invitation, which I talk about a lot. Even it's been in my book, the book that I did, The Soul Whisperer. I spoke about the law of invitation, and I kind of will go into more depth on all that. But you're kind of inviting more adversity and negative things to kind of flow to you. It's not that you consciously do it and you say to yourself, yeah, I'm going to wake up this morning and, invite adversity into my life, or something goes wrong, I'm going to make things get worse. You don't think that. Do you know what I mean? These are subtle things that evolve throughout the course of your day, and, as part of your mindset. When one thing starts pulling you in a negative direction, your mindset gets into that zone of, oh my God, what else can go wrong for me? What else can happen? And it's that type of thought process, and the soulful work that I would really love to get you to get involved in and start thinking about. It's early days yet, in the sense that I kind of want us to warm up to understanding those things by getting to know me more, by getting to understand my work more, and getting, more confident within yourself about trusting and doing a little bit more inner work on a soulful level. Or if you can't see things in that way, just do it, or just see it as like a heartfelt level for now, and then and then I can slowly introduce you to the soulful side of yourself, and kind of encourage you to tap into those kind of tools that will enable you to kind of ride the wave, ride the storms, and come out of them not just as a better person or feeling better about it, but also evolving, because I don't know about you, but I always feel that I'm continually learning. I don't think any of us can reach a point in our lives where we can say we know everything, we've done everything, and when reach a point where we say, as a person, I don't need to evolve anymore because I feel I know it all, or understand it all. You know, that's just not possible. I think as part of life's journey, we are evolving day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And, you know, if you want to sort of reflect on how you've evolved, think of how you thought when you were, you know, depending on what age you are, obviously. If it's me, you can go back a bit, but, you know, if you haven't been, you know, if you're a younger part of the generation, you may not need to go back as far. But I'm saying that look on certain viewpoints and certain things that you perceived maybe 5 years ago, that you kind of believed in or held those truths close to your heart, and you believed in them so much that, you know, you thought nothing can sort of alter my view or my opinion. And then as the weeks, the months and the years evolve, you reflect on those things and you think, you know what, sometimes what was I thinking? Or sometimes, wow, I don't think like that anymore. Or, you know, if you're an individual, you might feel like, you know what, I've become a bit more of someone who listens to others more. Or, you know, like I never had time to listen to others, but now I do. Or it can be anything as simple as, you know, I never used to go out there and smile and be, you know, friendly, but now, you know, because of the way I feel and the inner work I've done, I feel I can smile more. I feel I can give more of myself, that kind of thing, you know. And by all means, as I'm sort of talking to you, I'm reflecting as I go along about my own personal stuff. And, you know, I can say, wow, the person I was 5 years ago, I've evolved. And if you're not evolving, that means you're not growing. And, you know, if you become stagnant, I think that's the right word, stagnant, as a person, then, wow, no one can teach you anything. You're not willing to listen. You're not willing to learn. So life is going to keep you or hold you in a particular place where, you know, there's nothing anyone can do. And you get those people, you know, hopefully you're not one of them. If you are, I hope you will be at least willing to open up and listen. But, you know, you get people that are just totally stubborn. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do, they're not going to change their thinking, they're not going to change their mindset. And, you know, if you're one of those people, then you may need to do more work on yourself than anyone else. And literally, that's going to be a hard thing to say, but, you know, I always feel like I'm always willing to evolve. I'm always willing to partake of life's journey. I'm always willing to reflect, and I do a lot of self-reflection. So it's something that I'd like you to do. The reason I do a lot of self-reflection is because, as I said, when you're channeling and writing, you're not kind of fully aware of what it is exactly is being put down. So later on, when you read it and you look back and you reflect on it, you know, you can kind of not critique yourself, but see yourself from the outside looking in, kind of thing, you know, and see how is it that I can evolve and change and turn everything around and, you know, work on myself. So in that respect, as I said, I don't like to keep these things too long. You might say, hey, keep them longer or something like that. I don't know. But obviously, I know you guys have busy lives and, you know, busy days. But yeah, sometimes once I get started, it's hard to stop. But because I feel like I can share more, give more. And, you know, hopefully with everything I'm saying, you're finding little nuggets that resonate with you. You're finding pieces of information that you feel, yeah, that's gonna, I kind of resonate with that, or I click in with that, or I like what she said about that. And again, if you don't, then, you know, I'm not saying everything that I'm sharing is, you know, law. Do you know what I mean? It's all open. That's it. That's what knowledge is. Sharing wisdom, sharing knowledge. It's all about being open and, you know, not closing yourself off to learning something new or finding out something new, or even perceiving something in a different light or in a different way than you did the day before. And you know, whatever, I'm just enjoying being part of your life in being able to speak with you. Kind of, it feels like one-on-one, doesn't it? You know, like we're having a kind of a one-on-one, and that's cool. You know, if I can share information and it feels one-on-one, that's fantastic. Because as I said, I kind of tend to be a shy-ish person, so, you know, getting out there is something I'm growing into and evolving into, but that's just me. But yeah, in your view, you know, you're probably taking steps and undertaking a journey in a similar way that I am, in your own way, from your own viewpoint. But yeah, I'm really pleased that, you know, you're here and we're talking about this. So just to recap before I end off on this passage, which says, never fearful, in the face of adversity, I am never fearful. I didn't really talk a lot about fear because I'm probably going to have to talk about it again, because it comes up again and again and again. But you know what? Even if you are fearful about anything going on in your life, the best way to counteract it is to say, I am never fearful. And, you know, even if you keep repeating that, or I am not fearful, and you keep saying that to yourself, you're overcoming your fears right away. And in that respect, definitely you will be working towards overcoming your fears and overcoming other things in your life. Fear is one of them, and it's a major one. So I'm definitely going to reserve a lot of what I have about fear, reserve that for a little later on, because definitely it's going to be a part of what we're going to cover, because it's huge. You know, none of us are immune to it, and by all means it can easily start to take over our lives. But for now, yeah, never fearful. Work on yourself to create those solutions to ensure you're turning your adversity into triumph. This is stuff I've got to do, and I hope you will have the strength either today or in the days or weeks ahead to do the same. So great. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap up now, because I don't want to make it too long. I keep saying that, but I can't help it. You know, I'll try, but as I said, watch a bit of it and then you can watch the rest later if you like. But no matter what, it's fun and I enjoy doing it. So don't forget to stick a thumbs up if you're watching this on my channel, and, you know, like, share, subscribe. And as I said, if you feel someone else needs to hear this information, or it might help them, or they might enjoy you know, being part of this video series with me, then please share the video. And you know, I can't wait for things to blossom and grow, and for the subscribers to kind of increase, so my message is getting out there more and more and more. And you know, as I said, I love sharing this work, because I feel it's best served through sharing, rather than, you know, as I always say, being on my desktop, or you know, in my notes, in my journals. That's not where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be getting out there to you, so that you can take it in and it can benefit you as well. So as always, if you like what I do and you enjoy what my work is about and you feel that you would like to take to the next level, then feel free to become a patron. I'll leave the details of that and my patron details at the end. Well, I might do it at the end, but if not, it'll be in the comments below. And check out my Patreon page, and if you're really into what I'm doing, then we can take things to the next level on my Patreon page, and I can share even more of what I do. But if you don't, no problem. I'm just overjoyed to have you here with me and to have you as a part of this journey. As I always say, I feel it is a journey, and yeah, it's always super to be on a journey, not on your own, but with others, because I always feel that by helping others, it helps me. And bizarre as it may sound, that's the way I see it. So yeah, I'll definitely look forward to doing another video, and hopefully you'll join me then on that one. Okay, have a good day, take care of yourself, and stay positive. Don't keep those fears locked up. Overcome that adversity, turn that into triumph, and be willing to find the solutions you know lie within and you deserve to know and learn and take in. Okay, have a beautiful day. Love and light. Take care. Bye.